Hi guys, so you know I've been away for a while, and that's because my mom wasn't in the best of health. She's feeling much better now, so I hope to get back to doing my reviews on this channel and recipes on my Anita Cooks channel. Before I start the review, I just want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers and viewers for posting so many positive comments. I really do love to read them, and they put a smile on my face. I've been on YouTube for many years now, and I want to really thank you for sticking with me. Going forward, I hope to bring you a lot of good content and, most importantly, useful content. Today's video is on the new Kuvings whole juicer. They sent me the sample many months ago, but I just couldn't get to it. But I'm finally happy to be doing it now. I'll go over all the parts of the juicer and then juice fruits and vegetables so you can see how it works. This is a newly designed base with a 240-watt motor. It's supposed to be very quiet. The juicing bowl, juicing strainer, the rotation wiper that goes around and keeps the screen clean, the blank strainer that you use for sorbets, a smoothie strainer, the juicing screw that cuts and crushes all the produce, the drum lid where you feed all the vegetables and fruits, a pusher, a cleaning tool that goes around the strainers, a round brush and a cleaning brush, and a lid opener to use in case the lid gets stuck. A juice cup that holds 32 ounces or 1 liter, a pulp cup that holds 40 ounces or 1.3 liters. Both cups are BPA free. A beautiful color recipe book. It tells you how to prepare ingredients, it gives you nutrition information. There are lots of recipes for juices like carrot, pomegranate and pear, celery and kale, nut milks, cocktails, smoothies, and sorbets. It's a vertical slow juicer, meaning 50 to 60 rotations per minute. No heat is generated, so you're getting cold pressed juice. This Kuvings has a 15-year warranty, which is the longest of any juicer out there. In addition to juice, this Kuving also makes smoothies and sorbets. The unit measures 10 by 8 by 19 inches. It weighs 16.5 pounds or 7.5 kilograms. The cord length is about 52 inches. To disassemble, make sure you close the spout so there's no dripping juice. Hold the lid, turn it, and just pull it up. The whole top set can just be pulled up and removed. For the fastest cleanup, make sure you clean all the parts right after you finish juicing. To assemble the juicer, put the bowl on the base. The juice spout lines up with the Kuvings logo on the base. Put the juicing strainer in the rotation wiper. Just pushes in. The wiper goes around the screen while you're juicing. It cleans the strainer. There's a red dot on the strainer. Just match that up with the red dot on the bowl. Next is the juicing screw. Push it in and turn a little and it'll settle in. Match up the white dot to the red dot. And then just turn it to lock. Press the forward button to start juicing. If the juicer gets stuck and stops, you can press the reverse button, which is going to push ingredients up. You have to hold down the reverse button for 3 seconds and then release. To keep juicing, press forward. The juicing cup goes under the spout in the center. The pulp cup goes under the pulp spout on the side. The handle of the spout seems nice and sturdy. The pulp spout is very wide and should be easy to clean. This blank strainer is for processing frozen items into sorbets. Whatever frozen fruit you're using, make sure to thaw it for a few minutes. It shouldn't be rock hard. The silicone ring should be left on. Leave the juice cap open when using the blank strainer. The blank strainer has a red dot. Match it up with the red dot on the bowl. And just push it in. The screw goes in. And the lid. The smoothie strainer is for processing thawed frozen fruit into a smoothie texture. Again, frozen ingredients should be thawed for a few minutes. You want to keep the cap closed so ingredients are combined in the bowl. Put the strainer into the rotation wiper. Match the red dot. Then the juicing screw and lid. Add a half a cup of juice or liquid for every 1 cup of smoothie. Clean the silicone cover and put it back after each use. This Kuvings is revolutionary because it has one chute for long veggies like carrots and celery, and another chute here
With the flip gate, this is for wider produce, and you can fit in whole apples and whole tomatoes. This is an average tomato, and that fits just fine. A medium apple, and that fits just fine. Make sure to remove the stems before juicing apples. This is a thick carrot, and that fits. With celery, you want to put the leaf end in first and cut off a little piece of the tough end. With carrots or celery, you'll be able to put in a couple of pieces depending on how thick they are. This chute is 3.5 inches wide, and the slim chute is 1.75 inches wide. Whatever you put in here should be less than 1.5 inches wide. Of course, if you have bigger tomatoes or apples, you'll have to cut them in half or quarters to fit. But the average tomato and the average apple will fit in here whole. So having these two openings and a 3.5 inch width means you'll be done juicing faster than with other juicers. And it's very little effort because you don't have to cut up celery or carrots, and it saves you time on prep work. With most juicers, you have to cut celery and carrots as well as other fruits and vegetables into chunks. For leafy greens like collards and kale, roll up the leaves tight to fit into the slim chute. This top part of the juicing screw will chop the celery, carrots, and apples into smaller pieces for juicing so you don't have to. It's auto-feeding, so you really shouldn't have to use the pusher, but it's there if you absolutely need it. There's a little tab here for the flip gate to open and close. Slide it and the flip gate opens. To close, just push down here a little bit and slide the tab back. When you first get the unit, wash all the parts in warm soapy water and dry. We'll juice apples first. Put the juicing strainer with the wiper in. Screw. If you've put everything in correctly, the unit will turn on. If something's not aligned correctly, it's not going to turn on. Leave the spout open. I'm going to use 5 apples. These are all medium-sized gala apples. Take the stem off. I'm just going to drop in 1 apple at a time through the lift gate. After you drop anything into the chute, make sure you wait until it's completely processed before putting in more fruits or vegetables. Don't keep feeding things into the juicer non-stop. All the apples are going to fit whole, so I didn't have to cut any of them. Press forward to start juicing and then put your ingredients in. I'll turn the machine on and start my timer. Press forward and turn my timer on. You saw it being crushed. Wait till all the parts are juiced and then we can put in another apple. Literally slice through the apple. It's taking off big chunks. Last apple. dripping slowly now, and turn the machine off. And that took under 3 minutes. You can drop those little pieces inside the strainer if you want to get every last bit of juice out. It's just dripping now, so I'm going to stop it. You can see that's where all the pulp comes out. The pulp container is about 1/3 full. There's the apple juice, there's foam on top. You could mix the foam into the juice and drink it if you'd like. Here's the juice and the pulp. There's about 3 cups, 24 ounces of juice. The pulp is pretty dry. You can't squeeze any juice out of it. Really sweet. It's not gritty at all, very smooth, pretty clear. These are gala apples. They're not tart to begin with. They are pretty sweet, and they're probably one of the least expensive organic apples you can buy, at least in New Jersey where I am. Next, I'm going to juice oranges. These are 4 navel oranges. Remove the rind, and you can leave the white pith on or not. If you leave the white pith in, your juice is going to be more creamy, and if you take it off, your juice is going to be like the orange juice you buy. It's going to be very orange and clear. Before I juice the oranges, I'm going to clean out the strainer because I want to taste just oranges. Now you don't have to clean the strainer out. There's not much in here. We only juiced a couple of apples, so you can keep juicing other produce if you'd like. It's just that I want to taste just orange juice. That's why I'm going to clean this out. There's really not much in here to clog if you kept juicing, so you can keep going for a while. With this juicer, you can juice up to 30 minutes, then take a break for 30 minutes and keep juicing. I've left hardly any pith on the oranges. This is all going into my compost pile. All the oranges are ready to be juiced. They should all go in whole. That's done. That took less than 3 minutes, and I did stop in between. There's hardly any foam, and it's about 2.5 cups of orange juice from the 4 oranges. If I cut the oranges in half, it would have been processed even faster. The orange is soft and squishy, so the screw, there's nothing for it to break into like an apple or a hard vegetable like a carrot. I'll show you the pulp in a second. I just really want to taste this orange juice. Oh my god, that's so good. There's barely any pulp. There's almost no pulp. Really clear orange fresh juice. Perfect for breakfast. It's so good. And again, it's sweet. It's got a little bit of tartness, but that of course depends on the kind of oranges you juice. If you leave this juicer out on your counter, you're going to have fresh juice every morning. You can't squeeze any juice out of the pulp. You can see it's in one piece, which means it's pretty dry. I'll just show you how to use the lid opener. Just hook it by this tab where the lock sign is. And you just turn to the right. That's in case you need help getting the lid off. Sometimes it can get stuck if there's too much food in here. It wasn't stuck this time, I just wanted to show you. Now I'll make a green juice with some spinach, a Fuji apple. This is kind of big, so I think I'll have to cut it in half. Oh, actually no, I just tried it and it does fit. It does look very big, but fortunately it fits so I don't have to cut it up. Green peppers. I ran out of cucumber. I had some winter melon, so I cut that into strips. That should be able to go in the slim chute. I've also got some kale. Remember to tightly wad up any leafy greens that you're using. Got a little piece of ginger too. You can see the apple juice layer on the bottom, green juice layer in the middle, and the foam on top. It's a gorgeous bright shade of green that makes you actually want to drink this green juice. Tastes like very clear green juice. It's not gritty at all. Not creamy, it's light. And very easy to drink. Kale, the ginger, they're of course very stringy. Again, the pulp is pretty dry. Very dry actually. Apple pulp is dry. Of course, the winter melon and pepper are a little bit less dry because they're softer vegetables. Next, I'll juice carrots and celery. I've got 1 bunch of celery and 6 medium carrots. These are organic carrots. You don't have to peel carrots in general when you juice them. You can just cut the top off and trim the bottom end. For the celery, I've cut off the tough end at the bottom. You can see it's literally slicing the carrot. That was celery. You can hear me talk over the juicer so you know how quiet it is. There's a little bit of foam on top. A nice celery carrot blend. Well, it tastes exactly like carrots and celery. Very refreshing. Again, clear juice. You can see there's tons of pulp. Again, it's pretty dry. The celery is very stringy. I had washed it yesterday, and I was gonna do the celery yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to, so they were sitting in the fridge. So I think they were a little bit limp. They were not as crispy and fresh, and even then, you got a good amount of juice from them. If I had used extremely fresh, crisp celery, I would have even gotten more juice. You can see all the stringy celery here. I thought it would wrap around the screw and get stuck, but thankfully it didn't. There's the screw and some of the pulp. Little piece of celery. I'll show you how to clean this. The juice bowl is pretty clean. There's always going to be stuff here that is supposed to go out of the pulp chute. We'll wash this under running water and it'll come out. You can also use one of the brushes to get this out. Besides that, there are no little crevices for food to get stuck, so cleaning this is pretty easy. You can use the end of the brush. Going in my compost pile. And everything came out. The bottom of the juicing bowl can also be unscrewed and cleaned. The spout is removable, so if it's really dirty, you can just remove it, rinse it off, dry it, and put it back. You see the white tab here is a little orange from the carrot. Just rub that off and it comes off. The strainer, you just want to take all the pulp and chunks. You don't want to clog up your sink. You can use this cleaning tool. Put the screener in, and under running water, you're just gonna go back and forth. There's a brush here and a brush here, so it's gonna clean the screens. This is such a great design, really good cleaning tool. As I've mentioned in previous Kuvings videos, you can just take out any pulp from this little slot. If you have a kitchen sprayer, that works really well too. There's little particles stuck on the screen. Just use the brush. And rinse it off. The silicone ring can be pulled out, cleaned, and put back in. These silicone brushes also pull out for cleaning. Just remember to clean them, dry them, and put them back. Just remember to put it back with this tail pointing down. Make sure to remove all the pulp from inside the screw on the bottom here. And this can be rinsed off. We just got a bath. Make sure you get water in here and rinse off too. The lid, there might be a little bit of a leaf or something stuck here. You can just take that off. Open the flip gate. This requires just rinsing. There's really no area for fruits or vegetables to get stuck. The pusher can be rinsed off. To clean all the parts, it takes just a few minutes. The base can be wiped down with a damp cloth and dried. It's a really good looking juicer. It's a nice shade of white. It's not too bright. So it's nice to clean it and keep it looking pretty. Whenever I have overripe bananas, I freeze them. There's no waste and you can use them in sorbets and smoothies. Just put them in whole. You can freeze them whole or just break them up into a few pieces. Before I make sorbet, I'm going to thaw the fruit for a few minutes. Got some cut up frozen strawberries and the bananas I froze yesterday. What's missing? The spout. Don't forget to put that back in before you use the machine. To make the sorbet, use the blank strainer. There's a red dot here to match up with the red dot in the bowl. The juicing screw and the lid. When you're using the blank strainer, make sure to always leave the spout open. You can use either chute to drop in the bananas and the berries. Just a couple of minutes for all the sorbet. Looks very creamy. I'll give it a taste. The banana, of course, is perfectly smooth. Let me get another spoon here. The strawberries are processed really nicely. You do get some of the seeds. The strawberry and banana together is the perfect combo because strawberries are a little tart. It's really hard to find sweet strawberries nowadays. This is perfect for people like me who can't eat dairy. Instead of ice cream in the summer, I eat a lot of sorbet, and of course it's not just for people who are lactose intolerant, it's for everybody, especially if you're trying to eat healthier and eat less sugar. Even though I used to love ice cream, when I eat this, I really don't miss the ice cream. It's sweet and creamy, just satisfies my sweet tooth. Just rinse off the screw. The strainer rinses out really quickly. And you can remove the silicone ring, pull it out, rinse it off, and put it back in. The lid's just got a couple of pieces of crushed banana and tiny bit of strawberry in it. This is definitely not one serving, so you can put it away in little containers in your freezer. Pull it out when you want a sweet treat. Just make sure to thaw it for a couple of minutes. It tastes best that way. So you saw how well the Kuvings did on the apple juice, orange juice, vegetable juice, and the sorbet. It cut through all the produce, even the stringy celery. All the parts seem to be built really well. It's a powerful juicer, but also quiet. You heard me speak over the juicer while it was going. Cleanup takes a few minutes and it's easier because there are a lot of tools that Kuvings has given you to make the cleanup process a little bit faster. This Kuvings juicer also comes with an impressive 15-year warranty. If you want to get this juicer, I've put a link right below this video. If you use that link, you'll get 10% off all juicers and blenders at the Kuvings site. For anything you buy using the code, I will get a small percentage. So it's a way for you to support my channel. I hope I've covered everything you need to know about this juicer. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and put your comments down below. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.